255 yards. It's a double fairway. And on a day like today, this would be the time I would go to the right, but I'm not feeling very comfortable after my last drive, so I want to make sure that picking a shot that my left miss will be okay with. So if I miss it left again for whatever, God forbid, reason, this will be just fine. There's a little pole that's out there. You take it over kind of the hazard, then it slight doglegs to the right. So I'm going to be really dialing in on that aim spot. A little bit too far left, but that is why I aim to the left, because it's a narrower fairway on the right, though it shortens up the hole, but it's not worth it. So from there I'll still have a chance in two. Let's make some birdies. Okay, I got 233 yards to the pin. The pin is in the front. The wind is going directly this way, so I can't ride the wind with a fade because that tree on the left is in the way, so I actually have to turn this over into a left to right wind. But because I have to do that, I don't think I can get there with this 3-iron. So I'm going to have to manufacture distance here by hitting like a low borderline hook that can land, 30 yards short and run up. And if I don't happen to turn it, it ends up in the greenside bunker, and that's just fine. So this is going to be a fun shot. Really got to hunker down and commit to the flight and where I want it to start. Be one of the greenside bunkers. That's not bad. Well, I'm doing a great old job at short-siding myself. I would have loved to have been in one of these two bunkers, but it ended up right in between them. I'm kind of like on some clover, so I don't know how much spin I can get on this. But the key here is to make sure that I keep the speed up. I have a tendency of kind of like leaving these out to the right because like I just kind of drag, like I don't throw enough from the top. So I'm going to really try to grind on that. Oh, I hit that so good and it landed right on the collar. Oh, that's such a shame. It's a good shot though. I'm happy with the execution. It right off the bat. This last week of not being able to practice putting has really been a killer. The stroke feels pretty bad today. 400-yard hole, dead into the wind, obnoxiously straight. This is one of those holes where if you're not controlling your ball flight or your spin rate, you can really get in some trouble. There's OB right and OB left, so if you flare it really bad, she don't. So I'm going to tee this down, choke up a little bit. And judging by my last few misses, basically all my misses today, I'm kind of noticing a trend. So I'm going to work on that. So I feel like I am lagging too much in transition. It's having me save it with my hands more, and I'm not turning enough after I hit the ball. So I want to feel like this club speeds up more from the top, and I really focus on turning. Now I'm trying to keep this one low, so this is going to look a little bit different, but I'm basically going to have a fast club head and a fast stopping follow through here. Be a shorter swing, shorter finish. Oh, that one was good. Dead center. 108 to this pin. The wind is howling pretty high though. Like if I can flight this wedge shot, should be able to get there with no problem. I'll take some spin off of it. a little more dead hands, but I'm still going to really focus again on having that club head speed up more during transition here. So got a 52 degree. Not my best strike, but it's a birdie putt. A little off balance there. Okay, so I got 22 feet here. It's one of those putts where there's like a ridge here in the left part that keeps it going this way, but the green, near the front of the green, slopes back towards the hole, so it ends up playing relatively straight. Love to make this putt after not birdieing that par 5. Putter today. Got to put in a lot of work at the end of this round. Whew. Hole 7, 415 yards. One of my favorite tee shots on the golf course. Just suits my eye really well. The wind's a little bit down, so that's going to help a lot. Oh, never mind. The wind just came in and from the right. Okay, so again, I'm going to be working on my tendencies from this point forward, so swing might look a little bit different. Alright, that's good. I mean, I left it out to the right, but it's not left, and it's actually going to be pretty long, so okay, on to the next one. So I'm in the rough here, but I'm only 127 yards away. The pin is all the way in the back. I mean, I got a great angle, decent lie. Could be a little bit, come out a little bit knuckly. So I'm going to take a little bit off of this wedge actually. So I'm downwind, little knuckly lie. We'll choke up on it. Just take dead aim, see what happens. Right at it. Oh lordy. Gonna be long. I think I did catch more of a jumper than I wanted, but let's see if I can chip one in. It's a pretty basic pitch here. Believe it or not, it actually goes down the hill from back here, so I gotta just barely land this thing on the green. Really dial in on where I want to land it. Give it a chance. So little hands a little bit higher. No! I will remain in Parsville, Kentucky. Doing a lot of Kentucky references for some reason today, but my brother-in-law's from Kentucky, so this one's for you, Dave. 213 yards. Playing shorter than normal today, which is great. It's a long par 3. A relatively narrow green, but really wide. So I got a 4-iron here. It's uphill a little bit. Wind's a little bit in and off the right. So I'm going to send this to the middle of the green, high, and let it float back to the left. Okay, now I'm ready. Wow, I hit that good. Ah, the wind's got it though. That's gonna be just fine. It's a little bit left, should be on the fringe. So I had thought that this was on the fringe. It landed probably somewhere right in here. Now I'm on the downslope of this hill in the rough, going down and away from me. So this will be a fun shot. You know, this course, it might seem like I tear it up a lot when I play out here in my course logs, but when you're not quite hitting it very well or putting it very well, this thing can kick your butt. So I want to channel my inner Tiger Woods and have like Superman short game here. Really, again, focus on where I want to land it. Make sure that head speed stays up, stay in flexion. Go! Go! Alright, that's not too bad. I meant to land it on the green, so I landed maybe 6 inches shorter than where I want, but it's like 3.5 feet or so. Should be able to handle that. Oh man. Just felt like I've been scrambling for pars all day except for hole 1 and 2, which gets a little taxing, but it's also I think some of the more rewarding kind of golf you can play, to be honest with you. There's always going to be days in golf tournaments, especially in pro golf, where you're just not going to play very well, but you got to somehow manage to shoot under par or around even. It's beyond important. So these are great practice days. All right, I'm happy to get out of here with a par. Okay, final hole of the day for me. 541 yard par 5. It's a really narrow tee shot, and it goes significantly downhill. So that, since this is usually downwind, if I hit driver, it gets unbelievably narrow for me. So I'm gonna hit a 3-iron and expect to have a 3-wood or a 5-wood in. I took out my sand wedge for the time being, so that's why I have a 3-wood and a 5-wood right now. So I'm gonna hit this thing low, a little scud missile that will run forever, and I can probably max this out around 285, 290 on a day like today. But by doing this, it takes away this bunker that's on the left at 320 yards. It's just a death bunker. You can't go into it. Should be pretty good. I didn't. Oh yeah, that's just fine. A little bit more on the top of the face than I wanted. Didn't get all of it for the type of ball flight that I want, but that's gonna play just fine. All right, you guys, as you might have noticed in the sky in this video, it's getting a little cloudy. There's a weather front coming in. So for the next 4 straight days, it is going to be raining out here in San Diego. So I'm basically quarantined all over again. So as you know, and as all of you know who are living this in the same situation, it's really difficult to be motivated when you're just basically, the only thing you can do is sit around and do nothing all day. I live in an RV that has no running water, no microwave, no fridge. So it seems to be extra rough for me. I spend, all my time inside and take showers when I can when my friend will let me into the house, who owns the RV that's let me live there. But I still have it really, really, really well, But back to the point of motivation, I'm just sitting at home a lot, and I'll hit golf balls in the garage and stuff like that, but it never feels fulfilling. I'm really in like competition mode. Is the only thing I really care about or want to do. So if I'm not doing it or working towards that, I get a little lethargic. And I've noticed it. I've noticed how I've been when I've been laying around doing nothing, just kind of driving myself crazy. Time moves extra slow. So yesterday I wrote down basically a schedule for myself. It's super important to have objectives during this crazy time, whether it's like working out, reading a book, anything. I mean, whatever you want to put your mind to. So I set myself up a little schedule that starts tomorrow. It obviously involves golf practice and golf training and stuff like that. So, but I have to do something to stay goal oriented, or have a process other than nothing. It's really important to keep your sanity that way. So I am going to be filming some videos. I'll try to come out here during the rain one of the days, because any day outside is better than no day, to me right now. But I won't be able to film those because the camera will get wet and stuff. So I'm going to have a video of basically the daily grind what I'm doing in the garage.
stuff I'm working on. And yeah, look forward to that video next. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it. It'll be coming out maybe a few days after this video. So, and also if you haven't already, check out part 1 of this video. I'll have the link down below. You guys are awesome. Let's make a birdie to finish this off. All right, I have 255 yards up this hill. 234 to the front of the green. You know, it always seems to play way shorter on this hole. I don't know why. I'm kind of getting iced by someone up on the green right now, hitting a few putts, so hopefully, all right, they're getting ready to walk off. So I have my 5-wood here. The pin looked like it's middle left, so I'm going to send this thing out to the middle of the greens, essentially, and just have this thing turn over. Hopefully I can hit it high with a lot of spin rate. That'll keep it floating in the wind instead of it knocking down. But I think if I can put a similar swing to the one I put on that 4-iron on the previous hole with this 5-wood, it should be really good. I'd love to finish off with a birdie, man. If I can turn this to an under par 9, I'll be just delighted. Oh my. Oh, I hit that so well, but I keep missing it to the left. I mean, it's just, the contact is there, but now I am short-sighted yet again. Let's go. I managed to put this thing dead pin high, but the problem is I am very much short-sighted. This has been my nemesis shot. I have a strong tendency to leave these short right if I try to take a big swing, you know, but that's just not the right play from here. I'm going to try to play the contours of this fringe. The problem is in San Diego, the fringes are very much unpredictable, but I'm going to just have to trust it, you know, and see what happens. Just really dial in on where I want to land it, hands extra high to go with the hill, and let's give it a go. Oh, sit. You know, honestly, that wasn't that bad. It just the second bounce seemed to catch the collar again or something. Oh, just gonna have to make a putt. And I pushed it again. Oh, that's a brutal 9, even par. Since this is going to be the last day I putt for a while, I figured out what I was doing back there. This is a little mirror that I travel with that, you know, get the alignment right and your eyes over the ball and stuff. But what I noticed when I was just looking back on those videos, I was aiming right. I think I read them right, but I was just, somewhere along my eye line or something is having me go to the right. So, for instance, I was standing over this putt, and then what I thought was right edge was actually way outside of the hole. So with this thing down here, I'm aiming correctly, and then, you know, just trust it. So that's really good to find out, but you know, I wish I did this before the round, to be honest with you, but you know, we're not allowed to congregate on here, so when I got here there was already people on the putting green, so I just went straight to the golf course. I happen to think that it's the most important thing to do is in a warm-up is your putting. So yeah, I mean, this feels much better. It feels like I'm aiming left, which is crazy. Let's do one more for good measure. And call it a day. Excellent. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Thanks for sticking around, watching both of those vlogs. Stick around again in the future for my quarantine vlogs, if you will. Get motivated somehow, some way. Wash your hands and keep on grinding.